women of Philadelphia, Kraft Foods, and of course, Paula Deen. It's me, Aryen, and this house is cooking manicotti style. We're going to make a stuffed manicotti that includes zucchini, spinach, oregano, parsley, basil, red onion, tomato sauce, cream cheese. It's a dance in your mouth. It's a superfood, super fun Friday night. I don't have anything else to do but cook. And you know, I'm excited. We're going to get started, and this is going to just be fun. So, here we go. We're going to start on our tomato sauce. We're going to begin by roughly chopping up one large onion, and then we're going to go over to the stove and make what is going to be a delicious sauce. I've chopped up my red onion, and now it's on to our stove for our tomato sauce. So follow me on over to the stove. We're going to begin by turning on our eye, and we're going to coat this pot with beautiful extra virgin olive oil. This is about 2 tablespoons. And while we wait for the olive oil to heat up, we're going to add our garlic. Now, a lot of people wait till the olive oil is really, really hot. What I like to do, I've been making tomato sauce a very long time, and I know I let you guys know that I lived in Italy for about 11.5 years. My father was a musician and my mother was an actress, so it was a fun life. Anyway, so I grew up just letting the olive oil simmer with the garlic, and by the time the garlic starts to get brown, then it's time to add the tomato sauce. Well, you hear the sizzle, you know what that means. It's time to add in our tomato sauce. So what I have is a can of diced tomatoes. I want the juice in there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 small can of tomato sauce. Add that onion to the tomato sauce. We're going to add a tablespoon of parsley. A tablespoon of oregano. Now this is all freeze-dried. It stores longer and you don't have to worry about all of your beautiful herbs going to waste. Then I'm going to wait and add the basil as the last step. And then my house seasoning, which is salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion salt. Now we're just going to stir it all together and let it simmer for 20 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this pot to this eye so that we can get started on our zucchini stuffing. What we're going to do is we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. Don't you guys see already that I'm in love with olive oil? And now we're going to add our spinach. And we're going to let this sit and basically wilt down. This is about a pound of spinach. You have probably eaten Rice Krispies in your life, and you know how they say that makes a snap, crackle, pop. Well, this is snap, crackle, pop right here. So you can start with a 1-pound bag and end up with something that looks like it's 1/4 pound. We're going to start on the zucchini. I'm going to add about another tablespoon of olive oil to our pan. And there's some remnants of spinach, but since it's all going into the same deal, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do here is we're going to add our zucchini. Our zucchini is cooking. We're going to give our little tomato sauce pot a stir. Ooh, look at that. We're going to reduce this heat so that it's not so much boiling but more so simmering. So we have that zucchini getting a little bit brown. We're going to take our house seasoning and sprinkle it on there a little bit. And then we're going to add our green onion. This is about 1 bunch. And you want to cook it at the very end because I like to think of green onion as our delicate onion. The zucchini is done. We're going to transfer it to a bowl with our chopped spinach. And then we're going to make our stuffing. Or I should say our filling for our manicotti shells. Our spinach, and it's still warm, so that's why I'm using my tongs. So we have our spinach and we have our zucchini and green onion ready to go, and what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this really quick, almost like tossing it. And I failed to mention that there are other ingredients in this mixture. It's Parmesan, black pepper, nutmeg, and mozzarella. We're going to add our cream cheese. And the cream cheese has been sitting out, so hopefully this helps it melt better. And the great thing about this is you don't have to wait for the cream cheese to melt because the spinach and the zucchini are still warm. 1½ cups of part skim fat-free mozzarella cheese, 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. Next, we're going to stuff our manicotti shells. We have our manicotti shells, we have our tomato sauce, and we have our cream cheese and mozzarella filling. So what you're going to do is you're going to put about 1/2 cup of tomato sauce at the very bottom of your pan. It can be a 9x13 baking dish, it can be a casserole dish, it really doesn't matter. Spread that out so that your noodles do not stick to the bottom of the pan. So we're going to take 1 manicotti shell and we're going to open it up. And all you have to do is stick your hand inside and open it up, and then you'll see a little hole. And you're going to, actually let me get a smaller spoon. And what you're going to do is just stuff it. This is the fun part. This is where you can get all the kids in and help you. My niece would have loved to help me do this. Well, we've stuffed our manicotti shells, and now we're going to add another layer of our gorgeous tomato sauce. You just want to spread it across the top, just like so. And be very generous. Who doesn't love tomato sauce? This is a delicious dish. I've made it a couple of times, and every time I make it, people love it. And the cream cheese is just amazing in it. Alright, so now we're going to sprinkle our Parmesan on top. That's a clump. And the leftover mozzarella. This is probably about 1/4 cup. And then we're going to bake it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Our manicotti is ready. We're going to get it out of the oven. It's been cooking for about 25 minutes. I cannot wait. Oh, it's going to be so good. We got to get some of these tomatoes. Ready to taste it? Our cream cheese, zucchini, and spinach filled manicotti. This is really good. Oh, this cream cheese filling is so good. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's Aryen, and this has some cooking manicotti style.